Amjad, good evening. How are you? Thank you for joining in.
That was Amjad, huh?
Yeah. Amjad, you can rename yourself. Your name says 2222. Just right click on participants list and you can rename.
Okay, so we are going live again on YouTube and Facebook as well. So thank you for joining. Thank you for the registration you have done with us. Thank you for participating on the 38th webinar. So NLG is the networking and learning group. It was started by Ms. Sushma and myself back in 2019 in December, and we are passionate about networking. We are passionate about connecting with new people, and that's the reason why NLG was formed. Myself, I'm a storyteller. I'm a speaker. I'm a networking person. So I network with people, a lot of people. And Sushma is a HR professional. If anything HR related, you can connect directly with Sushma. She is an NLP master practitioner, and she's all about passionate about human resource and people oriented topics. And she will be guiding you with all the related HR related stuff. So her mission is to create impact and positivity around and being making a positive difference by unleashing the potential in people around the world. So we have two pillars of NLG, Mr. Takyuddin Teparambil, we call him Taki, and Anil Kunuku. They are behind everything which is going on through the screen and which is on the front side. They are continuously helping us in developing the KPIs, the key performance indicators for NLG, and how to better each webinar day by day. Taki is a QHSC professional, an entrepreneur, enthusiast. He's an MBA in HR and MSc in biotechnology. Anil Kunuku is again an HR professional. He's an NLP master practitioner as well. He's a coach, mentor, Toastmaster, and he's daily writing the AK thoughts. And we are almost finding AK as the mood energizer every morning. And he has an association with Singapore-based university to mentor students as well. So the three missions of networking and learning group: to network, to learn, and to share knowledge. See, these are the three pillars of NLG. NLG is further subdivided into two subdivisions: NLG League and NLG Career. NLG League is all about sharing knowledge, networking with people. NLG Career is focused on the job vacancies, sharing new job profiles and job vacancies by different HRs. Sushma is directly connecting with different HRs to share the vacancies, and many forwarded messages there are coming up daily. We have a Telegram channel as well. We will be sharing up the link of the Telegram channel in the chat button soon. So you can connect with us through various options: Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, and LinkedIn. We are active on these four channels. And 24 by 7, 365 days, we are communicating with people, networking with people as well. So there are some rules to follow during the course of time throughout this 1 hour. Always mute your audio so that the speaker won't be disturbed, and we will be having a great focus for the whole webinar. Use your chat box for comments like questions. You may raise your hand to ask your query, and questions will be addressed at the end, and you may take notes or screenshots for the whole webinar. We had conducted a lot of webinars in the past, almost 37 webinars, and you can see some of our webinars on screen. And again, this is a result of hard work from all our three admins back out there, and it was possible because of you guys regularly watching us and participating in the webinars. So coming back to today's webinar, Ms. Nayana Shaiju. She is a business development executive, distinguished Toastmaster, art of selling specialist, marketing manager with Brain City, improve artist, content creator, and fitness expert. Ms. Nayana Shaiju, welcome to the 38th webinar. Thank you so much for being a part of today's webinar, Ms. Nayana. And it's a great honor to host you as well. And thank you for sharing your knowledge. In fact, this 1 hour will be an entertaining session. And we would be understanding in detail about you and your mission. Over to you, Ms. Naina, for the wonderful 1 hour session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason. That was a wonderful introduction. And the way you have put it, I must say, it is very eye candy. Thank you so much. So, good evening, everybody. I hope all are doing well. Now, after going through this bio, I'm sure there will be few people in the room who will be thinking, improv artist? What is improv artist? Toastmaster? What is a Toastmaster? So I'm sure you'll be having this query, yeah? Anybody in the room who has any kind of a question, they can please feel free to put it on the chat. And somewhat I've been trained to do multitask, so I'll be very happy to go through the chat as and when we are discussing of today's session. So good evening once again, and let me see if I can share my screen. Right. So today the topic which I have chosen is change the world by being yourself. So there was a famous quote, right, which Gandhiji says, if you want to find the change, be the change. Yeah, if you want change, so you be the change. But let us not focus on that today. Today, our focus will be more on how to be yourself. So as we all went through this small introduction, yes, I'm a public speaker and improv artist. So when we ask a question to someone, why do we need to be ourselves? Why do you think? What is in your mind? Because according to me, we need to be ourselves because everybody else is taken. Jason, put it on chat. Why do you think you need to be yourself? Come on, let us have one line of introduction. You're unique. Yes, right. Something in you makes yourself a unique. Anybody else? Okay, to be happy. Nice. No one can do your role. Amazing, Taki. Definitely you are a unique person, I know. No one can do your role. Only 3 people in the room? Okay, excellent. Okay, no problem. Let us first check out the statistics. Do you know just 4% of them among the worldwide in ladies, in females, only 4% consider themselves as beautiful. As per the Dove, the Dove shampoo and the body lotion. And among the teenagers, 59% of percentage of teenagers feel inferior because of their appearance. Now, what is the reason that they don't like themselves? What can be the reason? Okay, so let me just share a small story. Okay, why I could realize that I am my best person. I am the person who people like because I am the way I am. So let me take back you all to 2014, yeah, in my corporate office. During those days, you had this Xerox machine. There was a Xerox room, and you have to go to that Xerox machine person and get your Xerox done. And he will also note down how many pages you have taken and which department you belong to and all this. And then you take the Xerox back and you come back, right? So one of those days, the office was over. It was around 6 o'clock when the office gets over and everyone went home. Apparently, I thought I'm the only person in office and I goes to the Xerox machine and the Xerox man is also left, okay? So that was ever first time I learned how to do Xerox myself. The way I was doing the Xerox, I have this little habit of dancing and singing and doing the work, right? And because I thought there was nobody in the office and I was a little bit loud, okay? without realizing, the Xerox room is next to the CEO's office, and next to that is our CFO's office, and next to that, there is a meeting hall. And I, being myself, I was doing some Hindi music song, and I was taking the Xerox and I was enjoying myself. And by the time I finish my work and come back, that's when I see the meeting room door was open, and there were 10 people in the meeting room, everyone staring at the Xerox room. And you can just imagine the way I was. I was like just out from college, and that was my first job in a corporate office. I'm sure I don't exactly remember how the feel was. I felt the job is gone. The night was over, and when the next day I come over, as expected, I get a note from someone that the CFO is calling you. And knowingly, unknowingly, I go to his room. And that day, he told me that we want person like you who enjoy work the way you are doing. And that was the change which found that you have to be yourself. That whenever you're doing any kind of work, just be yourself. Just put your passion in very little things. It can be as good as taking a Xerox from the Xerox room. So how many of us do really enjoy and stop being ourselves? Then we try to pretend somebody else and forget that we are supposed to be someone else. So why I said this question is why we should be ourselves always, because if you pretend to be someone else, you will be bored very soon. You will not enjoy doing that work. You'll be bored very soon. Or some other thing, what I can say is, if you want to pretend sometimes, trying to pretend like somebody else, you will forget the way you were 2 days before. So one day you'll be extremely happy. The next day you'll be extremely sad. Someday you'll be average. So just be yourself. Sometimes when I get some kind of a role for doing some kind of a task, they're like, okay, give it to Naina. She will handle it in her way. So you have yourself. Like, you know how Naina will take. Like Jason, I have hardly met Jason. The way he introduced myself, I feel we'll have a lot of entertaining session and we'll lot have good session. Now, I don't know how you got that as a introduction. I'm sure you got some feedback from Shushma, right? That, call her. She's kind of a fun girl. We'll enjoy the session, right? So that is the vibe you carry wherever you go. That is the person, the kind of person you are. That's the person you yourself are. So that is what I feel. Here I wanted to do some kind of a small improv game, but then I think we are also live on FB, so I'm not sure if we can do that. But let's still try. Yeah, as I said, we are part of improv game. So improv game is nothing but it is just the first thumb rule of improv is just accept the way you are and accept the partner, whatever he gives you. Okay, so it is improv. Basically, it says nothing scripted. It is improvised at the moment. Okay, so let's play a small game. If everyone can come on the screen, it will be very interesting. So right now I can see 4 people on the screen with the video. And suddenly I think Rajeshwari decided to be off screen. Okay, nice. Yes, thank you, Karim. So this game is just nothing but passing the ball. Okay, but when you pass the ball, you have to accept the ball the way it comes. But you don't know how the ball is given to you. So you have to see the reaction of the individual who's passing that ball and then take it the way it is. For example, it comes with a full effort, like he does, you do like this, okay? Sometimes you may just give it like this, and then we take slowly like that. All right, let's do it. Okay, so let's see if Shushma wants to pass the ball. You can just say, Shushma, whom are you passing the ball to? Okay, yes, go ahead, Shushma. Throw the ball. Okay, it's not passing the ball, throw the ball. So, but you name the person, whomever you're.
Okay, so Karim, this is for you. Okay, I
Karim
got
has
it.
accepted.
Yes.
Pass it to someone else.
Okay, to Raji.
Thank you. I'll pass it to Krishna Prasad, sir.
Okay. Krishna Prasad, whom are you passing to?
He's on mute. Krishna Prasad is on mute.
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm passing to Jason.
Right.
Okay. Passing to, I don't know, Taki will catch it or not, but Taki is there. Yeah, Taki
He's
is
ready
there.
to catch one. Yeah.
Taki is ready to catch.
Right.
Okay, I'm passing the ball. Huh? He catched already.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. That was fun, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is the small game you derived from this? Tell me a small thing what you could have derived connecting to today's topic, being yourself. Don't think deep. It's me, my topic.
At least while you are catching or passing, you become yourself,
Yeah.
right? You don't really
Right.
how I should look like.
Yeah. So the choice is yours, right? Point number one, the choice is yours. People may send any stuff to you, anything to you. People can throw anything on you, how hard, how slow, how fast. They can throw anything. How you catch it and how you throw it back is your choice, right? So when you try to be yourself, there are some things which you fear, right? You say, what will they think? What will they pass something to me? They may throw some hard ball on me. They may throw some hard words on me. But finally, it's your choice, right? How you want to take it. You take it, pass it on, or you take it, you keep it, you take it, let it fall on your face. It's all up to you, right? So when you are being yourself, the choice is yours. Okay, let me take back to my slide. So that was my small story. Another thing which you can do when you want to be yourself is upgrade your skills. When you upgrade your skills, when you have lot of confidence, the skills will give you a lot of confidence. And that will make you to be yourself. Like, let me tell you one of the story again. So in one of the sales stories, in one of the sales training, our trainer told us, write down all the expenses, what your parents have done to you, what the parents have given to you. Okay, all the expenses, the food, the clothing, the college expenses, the festival, everything, write everything. Then you derive with that number, whatever number, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 million, whatever. And then you realize that you are already worth that amount. Over and above the skills what you have learned, whatever investment have you done yourself. And then you feel, oh my God, I'm already worth so much. But still, can you feel that you're not worth anything? Do you still feel that I'm not worth myself? So that is one more thing which you can do on yourself. Whenever you feel low, you can upgrade your skill. When you upgrade your skill, the latest skill, when you upgrade it, you get that oomph, you get that pump, you get that like, I have recently done this course, this certification. So keep on upgrading your skills. Keep on doing some kind of a certification. You may clear the certification, not clear the certification, but at least you will move forward in wherever you were. You will be a better person, whatever you were. Right? So that is one thing. Always upgrade your skills. So when you're talking about skills, the topmost skill is, of course, the communication. Right? Of course, if you take 10 top skills, number one is the communication. Communication is on the top. And we have to learn that, of course, to stand in interviews and to be ourselves during in workplace and corporate environment. So 96% of people think the businesses they deal with could improve when it comes to communication. Everybody knows that communication is important, but still there are very less people who invest on developing the communication skills. The next thing, what you can do to improve yourself, to be a better person, is listening better. Now, I also heard when Jason was introducing, he said some statement. He was a listening specialist. What was that? What was something mentioned about listening in your introduction?
Networking.
Oh, there's something to do with listening. Anyways, the question.
Avid listener.
Avid listener. Right. So I've heard about avid readers, so you are an avid listener. So let me hear from you. What is hearing and what is listening?
Hearing is it's difficult to differentiate between both, but hearing is something which we can just hear and not understand. But listening is something which we can really understand after hearing. It's my opinion, but
no, your opinion is accepted here. Right. Listening is understanding. Yeah. Anything else? We do this in Toastmaster more often. What is hearing and listening?
Attentive.
You can put it in chat box.
Attentive listening.
Attentive listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do we hear and why do we listen? Let me put it in that way. Why do we hear and why do we listen? Active listening.
Patience. Listening needs some patience. Hearing, anybody can hear.
Hearing can be some noise.
Yeah, I'm looking for something. Hearing can be some noise, yes.
Noise or some disturbance or something, just distracted.
I know there are people in the, I know. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Taki. You're right. Listening is trying to understand the other person's viewpoint. Yes, I understand, but I'm looking for something. Why do we hear and why do we listen? In communication.
Listening creates or interest, you know.
Yeah, I can see that Taki is thinking. If we need something, we will listen.
Yes.
Yeah, you're almost there, Jason. You're almost there. Yes, Karim, try.
To reply.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hearing is to hear only and listening is to reply. Right? So, but most often we forget and we kind of don't understand, are we listening or are we hearing? Right? So as per Stephen Covey, most of people do not listen with the intent to understand, but most often they listen with the intent to reply. So what should we do? Should we hear or should we listen? We should always listen. Yes, we should always listen. So let me take you the latest. Okay, so the latest skill, what I'm doing these days is learning Gita shlokas. Okay, and this is one shloka which really connected me very well. So as you know in Gita, there is Lord Krishna who is asking Arjuna, who's listening to Arjuna. Now, in the entire chapter, Arjuna is very petrified on the situation he is in. He wants to run away from the place, from the war zone. So what Krishna does is, Krishna listens to him till the end, till one entire chapter. I think the entire chapter is given to Arjuna, but Arjuna keeps saying this, that, they are our own people, we cannot fight with them, this, that. But what does Lord Krishna do? He quietly listens. Quite literally, he doesn't do anything, and for entire 40 minutes. I don't want my audience to do that, but rather we had a Lord Krishna. So Arjuna finally says, "Oh Lord, I surrender myself to you, and whatever you tell me, I will be doing." And that is when Krishna wakes up and he says, he says that 4 lines. He says, right, Mata Svarpa Hi Kaunteya Sitoshna Sukha Dukkada Agama Apayinotsa Tam Satitsava Bharata. Whatever he says is the same thing, passing the ball. People may pass the ball on you. People may take things from you, give things on you. They will say anything. But whatever you have to do, you have to tolerate. You have to do your karma. We all are here. We all are here by we have been put in this world to do some work, to do some task, and we should be doing it perfectly. We should not bother what others are saying, what others are doing. We should continue doing what we are doing. So that is what one shloka I really wanted to put forward with forward to all of us. So what Krishna did is he waited till Arjuna surrendered himself. And only when he surrendered himself, when he asked him to do something, that's when he connected with Arjuna. When he got connected, then it was very easy to convey his message and then to convince Arjuna that what he has to do. So in overall communication, what we do is, first of all, is we give our opinion. No. Why did you get this? You had to do this. Why did you join this course? Oh, why are you on YouTube? What will people think about you? Oh my God, what all things you're putting on Instagram? Why are you doing this? You ate biryani yesterday? Why did you eat biryani? You went there? Why did you go there? You're wearing white with pink dress. Who wears white with pink? We carry all this, right? But my friend, did I ask you? Only when I ask you, that's when you can comment. Yeah, you're just passing a comment just like that. I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it. So overall, just be yourself when you want to. When somebody wants to connect with you, that's when you connect. That's when you convince, convey, and convince. And there is one more thing. There's something called as denotation with connotation. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have heard this. How many of you all heard this? Denotation versus connotation. And I've put a rose there, right? A rose. So denotation is something which has a exact dictionary meaning. What is a rose? What is the dictionary meaning of a rose? It's a flower, right? That's a denotation. But what does rose gives us a feeling? A connotation is a feeling, an emotion. Now, what does a rose give us an emotion? Yeah, now it's time to chat. Put it on this. When you always communicate, there is something called as denotation and connotation. Yes, Mufi, thank you so much. Yes, happiness, love, friendship, fragrance, smell, affection, right? So when we communicate, many a times we say a word, we say something, but we don't really actually mean it. And that also sometimes make people feel bad or unfriend or disconnect. Sometimes it happens, right? We just say, oh, stop it. We say it with loud. Most often with spouse or siblings or with friends. We say, stop it. But do we actually mean that, stop it, don't say this forever, don't talk to me like that forever, don't ever say that to me? Do we mean that? We actually don't mean. For that particular moment, we meant was, stop it. That is something called as denotation and connotation. And sometimes we carry that burden of stop it throughout our career or throughout our life. For example, listen to this. When you talk something to your mom, especially for ladies, when you talk to your mom and your mom may say, oh, just stop it. I don't want to listen to this. Imagine the same thing which your mother-in-law says. She says, oh, stop it. Don't say this to me. But we take it in a different way, right? My mom said, our mom said, stop it. It's okay. But tomorrow we'll go to our mom and say the same thing. But if it was mother-in-law, we'll not talk to her for 4 days because she said, stop it. Both was a stop it, but our mind played a game. It wanted to take stop it as denotation, what is an actual meaning, and something else, which was an emotion. So this whole thing also stops you from being yourself. Now, if I know the person, like I know Shushma, okay? Now Shushma says, oh, come on, Naina, stop it. I don't want to listen to this. But tomorrow I'll connect with her again because we had built that connection. We always know, we know each other. But sometimes when there's somebody else whom I don't know, if that person says stop it, I may not take it in the same way. But always feel you be yourself. Okay, don't take Shushma as a different situation. So it's all up to you, how you are in that particular situation. I'm not very sure if this is really connecting, but what I mean is just be normal, just be what do you say? Just be balanced, and hence we'll have happy clients, happy family, and happy friends. Oh yeah, another major thing what we do while we have some kind of a connection, when we are trying to build some kind of a connection in terms of communication, the body language, right? Same, it goes the same. You can have a normal body language, but then sometimes you have a different body language. So it again varies from person to person. How did he tell me that stop it? You can also say, oh, stop it, yeah. Sometimes you say that, right? Stop it, yeah. And sometimes you have that aggression, and then you say, stop it. Yeah? So all in terms of communication, you can feel how you want to connect with the person, how you want to be as a person. What type of communication do you use? So what is my next question is, what stops you from being yourself? What stops you from being yourself? What stops most of us from being ourselves? Yeah, it is a gist of whatever we discussed till now. Just put it on chat. What stops us most of the time from being ourselves? Risk of failure. You don't want to do something because you think you will fail. Negative comments, yes. Being judged. Yeah. What else? I think you missed the game. Krishna, you were there, right? Part of the passing the ball. Why should be afraid? That is a court, right? The ball is in your court. So never take the ball to your court. Never take a ball in your court. Anybody else? What other people will think about me? Exactly. So how will you change the world when you can't be yourself? You think Gandhiji was accepted everywhere? Whatever he said, people accepted him? No, but he was himself. Yeah. Coming back to the same thing is invest in yourself when you have self-confidence. That is when you can be yourself more, even more. Yeah. Another thing is new tribe. Find new tribe. Always find new people. When you want to explore, because if you're in the same circle again and again, there are chances of you being hurt. So when you go to the new tribe, there are chances that more new people will accept you the way you are. Yeah, when you're in the same tribe, when you have a group of friends who are friends from 10th standard, they would not see you how you have changed over the period of time. For them, you will be the same person who you are 10 years ago. But when you move to the new tribe will actually tell you that what kind of a person you are, what do you say? what kind of vibe you carry, what are your advantages, what are your positive things, so that you can feel. So have yourself a goal also. Believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself. So my last words of inspiration: believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Yeah. Lastly, but not least, let us all connect. I have my social media name as Follow Naina. It's the same name for Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. With this note, I stop my recording, and just be yourself and try to change your world. Just change your little self, little whole, little world. And then eventually the entire world will change. With that note, thank you, Jason. Thank you, Shushma, for this opportunity. I really enjoyed giving and preparing the speech. Thank you, Mani. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, Ms. Naina. We now understand the value of believing in ourselves, and denotation versus connotation. It was eye-opener for me. I didn't know about it before, but thank you for letting me know about this. Thank you for letting the whole 13 participants understand what is the power of connection, about the body language, about what stops from being ourselves. Thank you so much for today's session. Questions, this is the time for questions. Sushma?
Yes, Naina, thank you very much for the wonderful session. Thank you for coming and sharing your thoughts, your wisdom with us. I am sure that everyone has got so much of takeaways from this session. I have my notes written down, so many points. So the very first point is choice is yours. I loved it. It's definitely us, ourselves, who can do whatever we want. It's just a matter of choice. That's really true. And as Jason has already summarized few points, believing in ourselves and find a new tribe. I love that, Naina. Thank you very much for that. Yes, when we find different people, that's where we learn so much from them as well, and we can share ours as well. That's really great sharing. Thank you for that, Naina. And we are open for Q&A. So question and answers are welcomed. You may raise your hand or type in your questions in the chat box. Meanwhile, Naina, what trick do you suggest when we have some doubts in our mind, right? Oh, will I be able to do this? Will I be able to achieve it? What others will think about it? You know, so many ping pong happening in our mind. How to overcome that?
Yeah. When you have a particular task, for example, give me an example.
Say, for example, if
Wearing
I had
pink color dress.
Just a thought, like, okay, if I'm invited on a platform to talk, say, for example, NLG, like we invited you. So if I have that thought in my mind, oh, what audience will be thinking? What should be I doing? What should I not be doing? You know, so many thoughts going in. So how to overcome that?
Yeah, actually, this again comes back to the same thought of skills. Okay, think that you have that skill. For example, I'm sure that I have that skill. I will give at least 1% value to the audience. So I'm sure about that. So 1% point was I was sure about that. And point number 2 is what will others think? You can always see what is there to lose. What is the maximum you can lose? Is it $1,000 you're losing? $100,000? 1 million? Unless you're losing $1 million, you can just step back. And what people will think, actually, I think we have crossed that level. We don't think. If you still feel that what others will think is the type of person you are, you really need to take mentoring or coaching, and you really need to upscale your skills. I'm telling you, if you just learn a little bit of something new, you will have that oomph, you'll have that pump to do something nice. And everybody, we get that feeling, right? Every day we'll get that feeling that, oh, I think I'm not so good enough. We feel that. So then what do? Can we just go back to cocoon yourself, or you just come out and be a butterfly? It's up to you. Yeah.
Great.
Come on, guys, ask me some questions.
Thank you.
Give me easy questions.
Ms. Naina, I have a small question. I don't know it's easy or tough, but it's a very small common question. When we talk, we use our hand expression. We use sometimes like this, like this, like this. A lot of expression comes up by the hands. In a professional dialogue, is it a good way to express our communication or our talks through the hand gestures, or is it like simply standing to talk, especially in an interview or when we are talking or pitching out?
Okay, there are two ways I'll see that. First of all, it's better to hide your hands if you're not very confident on that particular scale. Okay. For example, if you have your hands doing like this, so it might as well you put it down, right? Sometimes you have that habit of doing like this. So it definitely shows you're nervous, and thanks to Zoom, you can see yourself. So if you feel you're kind of that person, then it's better to hide yourself. Or if you feel it's nice to show your hands, and it is said show your palms while speaking. So if you're okay to show that, but always try to, yes, of course, hide yourself. Again, coming back to the same thing. If you feel you get that nerves when you're talking, upgrade your skills. There are trainings who will help you to face your fear and hide your fear. There are so many ways to hide your nervousness. So you can get that trained. It's all about skills today, I felt.
Thank you so much. Adnan Shamim says that ignore what others are thinking about you. Just have faith in yourself.
Yeah,
Thank
right,
you,
Adnan. Absolutely.
Anybody else would like to ask the questions to Ms. Naina? Please come online.
Yeah.
And unmute you.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining.
Still
Mufi,
people are
Mani,
joining.
Mimi.
Sabita. Nimi is joined now. Susan has joined now.
Yeah.
Nimi, would you like to be the speaker?
I hope she's not driving.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a question in the chat box meanwhile from Adnan. Does physical exercise in the morning improve self-confidence? That's his question.
For me, definitely, yes, it improves. For me, I feel I'm energized if you do that kind of an exercise in the morning. And you also have people who feel low, right? Throughout the day, they feel not good, not enough. So for them also, I request join some kind of a sport. Some kind of a sport will always keep you motivated.
Thank you, Adnan, for the question. Thank you. Any more questions before winding up the show?
Okay,
Sushma?
Adnan has thanked for the response, Naina. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Adnan.
Anyone else has any question? Please let us know.
No question. Everyone got cleared.
Yes. No, the slides were beautiful, Naina. Thank you for sharing your slides. Very nice.
Here's a bouquet for you.
Ah. Thank you. Awesome.
Yes, we are moving ahead. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please put them in chat box or raise your hand. We'll come back.
Yeah. So before winding up the show, here's a bouquet for Ms. Naina. Thank you so much for the show today. Thank you for spending 1 hour with us and sharing your knowledge with us. So on to the next webinar, we have Ms. Janki Bhatt, who will be our next week's webinar speaker. Business and life. She's a business and life coach. She's an NLP international trainer, founder at HIQ, and a change management expert. So we would be catching up with her for the next show. Till then, stay tuned with our Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn channels for more updates. Thank you so much. Sushma?
Yes, I don't see any further questions, Jason. Please keep joining us. Please join us on various platforms. We are here on Facebook, LinkedIn, Telegram, WhatsApp, so you can connect with us. And if you would like to be a speaker, if you would like to share something with us, do let us know. And here we end today's session. Thank you, Naina, once again for being here and sharing your wisdom.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice evening,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you so much. Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Thank you so much.
Bye.